So I've decided that I would post an art vlog every day in November. I hope this makes you happy. It makes me really happy. It's gonna be a lot of work, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I've done this before. In August, I did a 30-day abstract black and white challenge. Here's a playlist if you're curious and you want to watch it. I like these bursts of posting every day and challenges just because it pushes me to work in the studio every single day without fail. Because in everyday life, sometimes there's so many things to do, you skip a few days. And by flexing that creative muscle every single day, a lot of creative juices flow, a lot of ideas come up, and it's very, very inspiring and very productive. And I want to do it again. I also really love the discussions we had during the previous 30-day challenge. So keep the comments coming. I really love writing back to you, seeing your ideas, what you have to say about the artwork that I'm producing, and also your project that you're working on. It's very, very interesting to me. As far as what I'm going to be posting, it's a little bit different. I'm not going to restrict myself in any way for November. So some vlogs are gonna be longer vlogs, some are gonna be very short, some are going to be maybe more technical things or trying things out like varnishes and stuff like that that you've seen before. Some are gonna be more creative things, making an actual painting from start to finish. There might even be a painting that goes on for many days in a row. I'm just not sure, and I'm not going to restrict myself on a subject or on a format. The black and white abstract was really interesting because there was that boundary of black and white and abstract. It made me have a bunch of ideas in that direction. Now I'm just trying something new. I don't know how it will turn out, but because I have so many ideas right now and so many different avenues to follow, I think I want to let myself the freedom to just try one thing one day and maybe something else another day. And I'll just see how it goes. Just like the previous challenge, I want to post every single day. But if I miss a couple days here and there, I'm not gonna beat myself up. I'm just gonna keep going and keep going. The point of all this is to get like a burst of creative energy out there and have a bunch of different ideas flourish and hopefully some nice pieces of art at the end. Right now, I'm gonna ease myself in. I made these two paintings here during the 30-day challenge, which I never varnished. So I want to first put a coat of varnish on these. And I did a bunch of research on varnishes. I did testing. Here's a video of my testing if you're curious. And I discovered that even the matte varnishes are pretty glossy, too glossy for my liking. A lot of people love the shinier look because it does brighten the colors and make them look more vivid. I personally really like the super matte look. It's just a question of taste. And I was looking for basically a matte varnish, which doesn't really exist. But I did a lot of research and I found out that Liquitex themselves on the forum replied to an email of someone asking them what was the difference between Liquitex matte medium that you use to kind of mix your paint with and the Liquitex matte varnishes. And this is what Liquitex answered. Our matte varnish and our matte medium have the same non-yellowing flexible polymer base. So it sounds like it's close to the same thing. The main difference is that the matte varnish is formulated to preserve paint film clarity by using less matting agent in the formulation. And here's the cool part. The matte medium can be applied as a final, non-removable top coat for acrylic paintings. So they're saying clearly that varnishes and medium are essentially the same thing, and you can actually use matte medium as a varnish or a top coat, a permanent top coat to preserve your painting. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm varnishing only one of the two because I want to see a comparison. I want to see to what extent the matte medium will leave a film and will affect the deep color, the deep blackness of the black. Because I wouldn't want it to look like a muted black or a dark gray. I want it to be really black. This way I'll be able to compare. At this stage it's not completely dry and you see the medium on top. It gives like a faint white cast. And I was cautious to try not leave too much in the little grooves compared to this, which doesn't have any white cast, so it should dry completely clear. Also, I don't know if you knew this, but let me show you how I sign my paintings, because I feel like a signature on abstract might not necessarily be ideal. It depends on, I guess it depends on your own preference, and it also depends maybe on each piece, but a lot of the abstract stuff that I make, I just don't want to sign it in the front, but I sign it on the borders. So I pick a border, and here I picked the bottom part, and I just put a stripe of paint, and with like a pointy object, I just sign my name. And I always just use my first name. I just don't like my last name. And I put in Roman numerals the year number. Here's a little fact for ya. Now I think I'm going to go in the realm of yellow. You probably don't know this, but I am obsessed with black and white, but I'm also very obsessed with yellow and gray. So you might be seeing a lot of yellow and gray on top of the black and white in the next few weeks. I don't know exactly what I'm going to make right now, but I'm just gonna throw some yellow paint on canvas and see what happens. All right, I did the first coat of what I wanted to accomplish. It's a really, really thick coat of white. I have to let that dry overnight, so I can't continue doing the rest of the painting, really. But I wonder, can you guess what it is? I kind of decided spur of the moment. I had this elongated format of painting, and I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with it. I kind of just decided on a whim, but I know exactly what I'm doing right now. I'll work more on it tomorrow. Tell me in the comments what do you think it's gonna be. I'm giving you a hint. There's gonna be some dark gray and some yellow. I'll see you tomorrow.
You were meant for me. I'm madly in love with you.